Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s. His father, he thanks us for coming. Bartender whispers something.
All right. We're back. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day,
Happiest
boys.
of Father's Day.
By the way, this is the highlight of my Father's Day right here.
Yeah.
Honestly, same.
Same for me. I spent 2 hours at a dance recital,
Yeah.
which is fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she did great. She had 3 dances, and it was good. And there was a couple dads pre-gaming before it
Really?
outside. So I drive in.
Yeah.
And Melissa and my daughter were there since like 8 a.m.
Okay.
So she asked me to pick up food, so I grabbed a pizza and a salad and dropped it off to her. So she ran out. So I know the parking situation there.
Yep.
It's behind Reading High. So I wasn't even gonna, if I didn't have that food, I would have just pulled into a parking spot and walked straight in, and I would have missed my buddies
pregame.
drinking in the parking lot. Luck would have it, I drove right by them and I said, "Hey, this isn't for long games. This is a dance recital. I'll be right there though."
What are they doing? Playing a little cornhole and like just drinking beers?
Washes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dorchester Horseshoes, as they call them.
It's great.
Some places. Wash is a great game. Hard game.
Hard game. Yeah.
Very hard game.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I got up. I went to my parents' house. Did a little brunch. My mother made some, not brunch, like breakfast, like French toast, bacon, a frittata egg thing.
Hell yeah.
It's great.
I'd be in heaven, Danny.
Yeah. None of this has been logged in my Fitness Pal, by the way. We'll get to Panuzzo later.
I actually have a breakfast story of today, but didn't end well.
Really?
Yeah.
And then we left there direct and went straight to my brother-in-law's down in Walpole, which driving to Walpole stinks. But they do it coming up here, so it's not like whatever. It's not mutually exclusive. And had a good time down there. Just watched golf and, had some, he made some steak tips and stuff. So good time. And then shot back here, and I got here an hour ago. And yeah, so anyways, what'd you do?
So Brendan had a flag tournament up at Endicott College in Beverly, and good sized tournament. There was tons of teams there, all from Northeast Coast, Connecticut, Jersey, bunch of teams. But we kept getting these like emails about parking there, and you can't park in certain spots. So I saw another one. I was like, if this is another fucking email about this, I'm gonna lose my mind. So they were basically like, we're letting you know that a new addition to one of the food trucks is gonna be there, and it's strictly breakfast sandwiches. And I'm like, Fitzy's gonna
Sounds
love
good.
me. I said, no, but you know me, dude. I'm not a breakfast guy.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, just because the right place, I'll go there. So they had like 3 or 4 different spots. Obviously, you saw what I got anyway because I posted online. But
I don't think I saw it.
you did. You already
Oh,
liked
did I?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I go there, and I didn't cut the line. The line was long as fuck. But I looked at their menu on like the little chalkboard outside, and they wanted like $19 for a breakfast sandwich with nothing else. And I said, this isn't happening today.
Not happening.
Not happening. And then I saw the size of it. I was like, this is outrageous. I understand inflation, but a breakfast sandwich should never ever be $19.
That's insane.
I agree.
So I ended up like waiting it out a couple hours because I was up there since like 9 a.m. And then I ended up going to get a glizzy.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah, so I got a glizzy.
I was thinking breakfast sandwich. I'm like, I didn't see a breakfast
Yeah, no,
sandwich.
so
I seen the dog.
I did plan on having one, but lost in the second round of playoffs. Just not good. I don't really have much to say about the coach today because he literally quit in the
Well,
game.
fuck this guy.
He quit in the game.
Lots of people's stock around here is going down.
Yeah.
So
And
join the club, bud.
And this guy was
Trending.
on my. He was a good guy. Good list.
Yeah.
Good guy list. Right. But
Not anymore.
14-0, we're down right at halftime, and he just tells the ref, "We're done. We're all set."
That's it?
Parents were not happy.
No, why would you be happy?
Parents were not happy, and
Never
myself
a treat?
included. So,
Bryson DeChambeau, when he missed that putt, could have just been like, I quit. I
Right.
don't feel like doing this anymore.
Right.
He's standing up there with the trophy. By the way, as we discussed earlier, yesterday, I've been I put like $100 in my DraftKings account like a couple weeks ago when the Celtics got the playoffs. And I ran it up, and then it was down. It was just sitting there like $1.72. I didn't bet the game the other night because I knew they were going to get waxed. I unloaded the clip the other night on Bryson DeChambeau. Everything on him to win at like +4 something. And I had multiple chances to cash out today for like $420 or whatever. I think I paid $900. And I was just like, we're riding with Bryson this weekend. We're riding with fucking Bryson.
You talked about that. You ride or die with your
you
guy.
ride or die with a guy. I'm not cashing out early. I'm not hedging.
I followed you.
Yeah, and you followed me.
I threw 50 on it.
Yep.
And I had a cash out. As of today, it was like $97. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a little tempting.
Yeah.
But I said, nah, fuck it.
Nope.
I'm a Bryson guy
That's
all
right.
day, and I'm
That's right.
following Brendan to the end.
Oh,
Imagine you cashed out and I lost.
I wouldn't have the heart to do that to you. It was actually at like $397 or $400 or something. I'm like, fuck that. I'm like, we're going all the way.
Fuck
and
that
Rory,
noise.
after he filed for divorce, and then reneged on filing for divorce the other day, like or something.
really?
Yeah. I guess he was fucking around.
Pull
I
a
don't know,
reverse
I don't know.
Uno card.
Yeah,
I got some
you gotta
inside
work it
info.
out.
I saw our guy John Knockel up at Gentile and Stratford were in the finals of the Incarnation baseball tournament, so it's right up the street.
Oh, yeah,
So I
that's
walked
what you
up there
said you
last
were
night with
going to.
beers, and I got some inside info from Knockel that he's heard through the grapevine. So I'm not going to release that here if he comes on the show again. When he comes on the show again, we'll let him talk about that. Maybe before the Open Championship, he'll come on. But Rory stinks. He likes Rory, actually, and I had to correct him and say Bryson's my guy.
I don't mind Rory. He did act like a little girl.
that's why
when
I don't
all
like
those
him.
guys went to live.
Yeah.
But he's already paid for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those guys got paid, and now they've rolled right back in, right?
Yeah.
Like they.
That's the shot right there.
Yeah.
Right out of the fucking
Right out of the trap.
bro.
Unbelievable
Look at that.
fucking shot.
He
So
was in-
anyways,
he was in that fucking lumpy grass all day.
Yeah,
Every
dude.
shot, I was like, oh, look at this fucking mound he's behind, just shooting through.
you know what it is though? He's so ripped, like he's so strong that like he can just power through. Like other guys can't do that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I like the guy. I used to hate his guts. Nobody's ever made a bigger turn. Me and Kevin Mauer were talking about
It's
this
really
yesterday.
WWF shit.
It is like
So who's him and Brooks hate each other?
yeah. But Brooks is a 0.
Brooks is a 0.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know either one. I think they're both fucking millionaire douchebags.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. They're not us. You know what I mean? Middle class fucking heroes. You know. Anyways, good win by Bryson, bringing home for pulling the cork.
Yeah.
Pulling the cork is plus $1,000 if you think about it.
And I had you guys
Yeah.
by moral support.
Yeah, exactly.
Danny was right there. with
Yeah.
us.
He's not a
Fucking
gambler,
right.
but he's a supporter. He's a
Yeah.
rider. He's a rider.
I mean, now I'm a Bryson guy. By the way, I didn't know they give out championships to caddies too. I just saw that.
Apparently,
That's
yeah.
a- that's a
That
nice
guy
little
got a nice payday.
participation
I love
trophy
this
if I've ever
amateur
heard
guy.
one.
That amateur guy Shipley in the back with the nice gut.
Yeah.
Panuzzo would be on the phone to him today, being like, "You gotta chase your goals." By the way, Panuzzo has 2 voicemails. Billy Silvestri has 2 voicemails. I'm just propping you for that. And they are. I think they're both not. They're both negative towards me. I think both of them are. And I'll tell you right now, I erased them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I am here to make a declaration, though, based on, Panuzzo's been my ass. I told him I was going to track everything in my fitness pal. So I'm making a declaration here today. Just things have to change. I'm going to party harder than I've ever partied in my life.
Yeah.
I'm going in harder.
Out of spite.
I'm going in harder.
Spite partying.
By the way, the worst part was I was like, dude, I am trying to track everything, but there's no place to track cocaine and ketamine in this fucking app.
Where's the shrooms downtown?
Where's the shrooms and cocaine part of this tab? Anyways, had a great day with my kids. Have to say that. Shout out to all the dads out there. All right.
Yes, sir.
The ones that do take care of their kids.
Active.
Right. If you don't, you're a 0.
Yep.
I got this sweet ass fucking Vineyard Vines shirt for my kids and Mags. Obviously,
sick.
She got me a Yeti, fucking beer cooler for the beach, and Panuzzo was on to me and 50 this morning, like, giving us a little bit of a hard time. And I'm like, I'm trying to see how many beers I can fit in this fucking Yeti I just got, kid. Bother me later, you know?
Why was that? He was giving us a hard time.
No, I'm just kidding.
I think he was just
Hard.
bragging about his other clients.
Yeah, he was bragging
Yeah, maybe
about-
he's shitting on
He's
us
trying
because
to,
other people.
he's
are doing
trying to
well.
subvert the. He's trying to put the.
Yeah.
He's trying to put the little
Maybe.
message underneath the cake. You know what I mean? Like, but he doesn't know I'm smarter than that. All right.
Yeah.
So
Clearly,
here's the thing about
clearly
summer.
I'm not. I didn't even get it.
Here's the thing about summer. All right, here's the thing. I told him this. He loves. I don't know. He loves this little like thing. He says like, "It's not your fault," and it's gonna make me cry. And like
From
I'm
Goodwill
like,
Hunting.
Yeah, I know what it's from.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I said to him, I'm like, dude, I had some people in this garage the other night. We had the best time. We had a shitload of beers. We had tears of joy were the only tears that were coming out of this place. Laughs like you've never even heard. I was laughing my fucking ass off. So, anyways, summer's upon us. It's hot dog and beer season. You know what I mean?
I cooked up a bunch of chicken wings and sausage last night.
Nice
from,
on the Weber.
No, on the old propane.
Okay, nice.
But from
Craig Kimberly's ears just
yeah,
bled.
he's not a propane guy. Either way, but listen, it's so quick to
I
do
don't- I
that
don't blame you.
rather than
I drove over
firing
two
up
grills.
the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I leave the Weber in my
Garage.
garage
yeah.
while it's not being used.
Yeah.
because I don't have a cover for it.
Yeah.
I get a cover for the propane one. J&B Butcher, Stoneham,
Oh, yeah.
free ad. The Caraballo marinade that they have
Yeah.
is fucking unbelievable. And so I usually get it on the steak tips. Melissa's not a huge fan because it's got a little bit of a kick.
Yeah.
So last night they got Cobra Kai wings, which is their,
Teriyaki.
no, it's, what's the other one? Garlic Palm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called Cobra Kai because when they made it, that show was like hot right then.
Yeah.
But the Caraballo, I got Caraballo wings, and I got a Chinese sausage and a garlic and cheese sausage.
I
And I had a
fucking
feast.
love garlic and cheese sausage.
Yeah, so good.
That's my favorite, I think.
If you haven't been there,
I've
I
never
highly
been there.
recommend
I've
it.
had their food.
and I recommend the Caraballo steak tips. They're
All right.
fucking fire.
Fuck yeah.
Today at my brother-in-law's, just a little shout out. Everybody was talking about the food again,
Yeah.
how awesome it was, and multiple people just jizzing on fucking Doobie Wings. I mean, not really doing it, but like doing it.
Did you see Doobie cooked himself wings
Yeah,
the
those
other
guys.
night? And I was like, oh, if I could do that, I'd be 700 pounds. Like if I could cook those fried wings anytime I wanted.
I also have wanted to ask him, like, those wings are enormous. You got to be a restaurant depot or something, right?
Yeah, I think that's where he goes together.
Okay, because
Yeah.
those things are fucking
Yeah,
huge,
and
dude.
dude, they're just.
Dynamite.
We've said it enough. I mean, this guy's gonna be like, he's gonna crash his car or something. Poor guy,
Real quick, so
Unbelievable.
after the tournament, we tried. Well, I asked Brendan because on the way home, I was like, "Hey, do you want to hit Hooters?" Because he was still a little hungry. He was like, "Yeah, we can." He was like, "Actually, you said the last time that we can go to Dave's Hot Chicken, and I've never had it. I like it, dude. Good sandwich.
It is good. I'm a fan.
I like it. Two meals though was $30.
It's yep.
So we crushed that, and then he was like, "Hey, you want to go play basketball?" And I'm like, "Probably not the best guy to play basketball with, but yeah, let's go do it." So we went to the park, played a little horse, played a little one-on-one, got smoked in both. And then this little kid from the neighborhood, he's 7 years old. He's the man. His name is Jameson. Little light-skinned kid. He comes up to me. He always forgets my name. So he goes, "Hey, Brendan's dad. What's up with your legs?" And I looked, and I didn't even realize it.
They're sick.
Just kidding.
I'm burnt, like
Oh, really?
bad.
Really?
Yeah, like bad. Like right here, you can see it.
Yep. Yep.
And so he goes, "What do you mean you're burnt?" I was like, "It's a sunburn, dude." And I was like, "Jameson, you ain't got to worry about that." And he goes, "Why?" I was like, "You just don't, buddy." Swear to God, this is the next thing out of his mouth. He goes, "Man, I would hate to be white."
Yeah.
I fucking lost it. So
You're telling me, Jameson.
yeah, you're named after booze, dude. But dude, he was like, "Man, I would hate to be white." And I was like, "Yeah, it sucks." Brendan starts dying laughing. And I'm like, dude, I was like, "I got nothing for me right now. You just put me in a body bag."
Hey, real quick ad before we get going here, because we're going to disperse these throughout the show.
Yeah.
Ben Franklin Print Company, our guy Joe. Joe Schulte was fucking smoking some chicken thighs. Looked unbelievable on
Was he?
his Instagram. Our guy Joe at Ben Franklin Print Company, by the way, another sighting. Tommy was at the Bellevue pool. As we said, Bellevue's favorite foster family, me and the Ahern's. One of his buddies brought him over there. He's like, there was
Pays to be a
he's
good
like, there's
hang.
some guy wearing the shirt. I'm like, well, is it like genteel or anything? He's like, I don't know the guy. I'm like, nice. You know why people are wearing it? Because the shirt's money. It's buttery. It's buttery. All right? 978-624-7341. Ben Franklin Print Company, more than print. They'll wrap your car. They'll wrap your face in a T-shirt. All right? They'll do it all for you. All right? Joe, you want some design? Talk to Joe. All right? You want some sick koozies? I got some sick koozies right now because of Joe. By the way, sent my buddy McDonald my guy from Long Island, sent him out 2 T-shirts and a hoodie, and he's like, he wrote me back. He's like, this is the best. He goes, Happy Father's Day. I look jacked in the shirt. I'm like, yeah, no fucking shit. Let's go. You're going to get laid tonight.
Corkers get 10% off still?
Yep, 10% off of Corcus. All right, so tell them what we sent you. Joe will give you 10% off. And by the way, this is the time of year to get some shit done. I'm actually going to get I think towards the end of the summer, I'm getting some hoodies done just for the bar. Because I owe the guys in the neighborhood, I lost the fantasy football league if they get a good gift. So I think I'm going to get some Longhorn Lounge hoodies made. Lifetime memberships on the side of it, maybe something like that. Anyways, Joe's the man. So talk to them, 978-624-7341. They're in Middleton, Mass. Tell them we sent you, 10% off for Corkers. That's what's good. You know what I was thinking about the other day? And this isn't a fully fleshed out thing. This is kind of like, I feel like when a comedian is working on a bit, but they don't really have like what's going to make this bit funny. But I was just thinking, I'm like, because we used to do this thing where it was like, it's kind of an old thing in recruiting, like where it's like, you think it's hard to sell to a new client. It's like some guy sold this fucking service to somebody when it didn't exist, right? He went to somebody and was like, fucking, this doesn't exist, but you're going to pay me fucking 25% of this person's salary to do this for you, right? Like, so imagine how hard that is, right? And then it got me thinking about like when people just started charging for like certain things. Because obviously, like, you know, certain goods like guns, cheese, you know, like those were things that you'd charge some money for. Staples, you know, things you need, you know, guns and cheese, you know, big guns and cheese guy. What can I say? And, but then I was thinking, like, who was the first girl who was like,
Brendan's bug-out bag for the apocalypse is just fucking Land O'Lakes American and guns.
By the way, not a bad bug-out bag right
It is.
there.
Listen.
Yeah.
I'll make it a couple weeks.
I'll make it a couple weeks. But what I was thinking was, I was like, you know, who's the first person who started charging for everything? You know what I mean? Like, my mind started racing. And I'm like, who was the first girl who was like, some guy, she's like, her husband's like, or some guy's like, hey, just fucking dance for me and take all your clothes off. She's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm charging for this shit.
It's the oldest
Like,
profession, prostitution,
well,
right?
no. I'm saying, like, but the first girl's like, and I'm not fucking the guy either. I'm making him pay to just watch me dance. Like the first stripper. You know what I mean? Now, we all know deep down in our hearts, it was some scumbag guy who made these girls strip for him, right? But industrious, you know what I mean? Like, who's the first one's like, you know what? This is worth some fucking cash. You know, like, this is worth some fucking money. You think people stripped, like, in the fucking, like, medieval times?
No.
It's a lot of
No,
armor
they
to
got,
take
like,
off.
just disgustingness all over them.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like-
And like you got to think about it. They at that point now someone's got to pay for protection. So you got bounces
Like
that are
rubbers?
like fucking no
Oh,
hands.
oh.
Don't touch.
thought
You know
you
what I
were
mean?
rubbers.
Yeah, not that kind of protection.
Yeah.
Muscle. I'm talking muscle.
Talking muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine how, like, every time you fuck somebody back in, like, the medieval times, you're like, I'm probably dying of, like, this disease that's in this guy's dick. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It's either that
Walking
or having
staph
a baby.
infections.
yeah, it's either that or you die having a baby. You know what I mean? Like, talk about a horrible time to live.
Yeah, I'm all
Like,
set.
people are like, I'd love to be, like, go back in time and see the medieval times. I'm like, what if you get stuck there?
No,
The only
that's,
time you want to
yeah.
go back in time is if you got
You can come
fucking,
back.
Yeah, if you got Biff's fucking almanac, the sports almanac, and you can go back in time. That I'm down for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's no DraftKings back then. So how are you gonna fucking
Well, you can go to
capitalize?
Vegas and put your fucking money in. No,
Oh,
you go.
yeah,
you
yeah.
get the almanac and you come back.
Come back, yeah.
Yeah, you get the fucking DeLorean.
Make
if you
sure
had
you
the
come
DeLorean,
back.
where would you go? What would you want to do?
50s.
Let's eliminate. Let's eliminate. Go back and kill Hitler, or go back and fucking make the world right. That's no fun. You know what I mean? Like, plus you butterfly effect, then you don't exist. Maybe you know what I mean. Let's also assume there's no butterfly effect, so we're not gonna like ruin the time continuum or whatever, right? Where would you do? What would you want to see? You can get right back in the thing, so it's not like
Can come right back.
yeah, you're not getting stuck there like Marty. You have to worry about 1.61 gigawatts or whatever. it was.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
I want to go see dinosaurs.
McCracken right now would be like,
They
you
don't
wouldn't be
exist.
seeing anything.
Yeah,
You'd
they
be
don't
seeing
exist.
giants.
Yeah.
You'd be seeing giant people. You want to see dinosaurs?
Yeah.
It's dangerous though.
Remember Land of the Lost?
Yes, it's one of my favorite shows. Phenomenal show.
Yeah.
You might be too young for that, Danny.
But I've seen it.
Okay.
Marshall.
All right, yeah.
Marshall, Will, and Holly.
Yeah.
Squad.
I have zero interest in seeing dinosaurs.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't
I
really
can
have
see-
a good answer, so that's what came
I
into my
can
mind.
see. So we went to. I will say this.
I want to ride a pterodactyl.
I wouldn't hate that.
By the way, Brian Bach, you have your mission for this week with your Instagram to make a meme of Fitzy riding a pterodactyl. By the way,
Through the
unbelievable
sky.
Boggs. Do we talk
yeah.
about Boggs on the main show or on the Patreon?
I don't know if it was Patreon. I forget.
Doesn't matter. Anyways, Brian Block is a dog.
Yeah.
He's a fucking dog.
Yeah, it was great.
What would you do?
1950s.
Why? Just
Because I would be a sick greaser. I'd just be on the. I'd be on the stoop, cigarettes in my shirt rolled up, hair on 1,000.
like doo-wopping?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I would just, it'd be
Pants
sick.
Plus,
Bagged.
you'd be
Yeah.
plus you'd be the perfect, because you'd be like all like you'd be the like, if you stayed,
Yeah.
it'd be like the face of the civil rights movement was like Martin Luther King and Danny Gillis. You know what I mean?
I would still have my beard, and they'd be like, "What is that?" Because no one in the 50s had beards.
Dude, it would
They're
be-
all clean shaven like idiots.
Sideburns though.
Yeah. Oh, my sideburns would be sick, dude.
Yeah.
Sick burns and
Yeah.
a nice slick
Some
back
Danny
hair.
Zuko hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign me up for that.
I think I'd want to go to like certain things. Like I'd want to go to like an old Dead concert, like an old Allman Brothers concert, like something like that. I want to do some of that sick acid that they were doing then. Like I'd want to see some of that shit, but like I don't think you also assume you can't get any diseases really and shit. I would want to go back and see that medieval shit going on. Like I just want to see if it's even close to what the movies were. They just look like a bunch of goofs. You know what I mean? Like in the movies they look cool, but I bet they were just a bunch of goofs.
I
like,
mean,
walking
if
around.
I could,
It couldn't have been a coordinator back then.
I wouldn't hate to see like the Braveheart era and just be a spectator watching those
like
fights.
Rome, ancient
Yeah.
Rome.
Yeah, so when I said
Dinosaurs?
I wasn't planning on like fighting a dinosaur.
No, I
just want to be like in the background, just watching them roam around.
But are
and
you
shit.
like are you by yourself or are you with a person?
No,
Or, like,
you gotta
I
go
have-
by yourself. You gotta go
I
solo.
got
you gotta go. So you have no one to talk to. These people don't
but
respond to you.
I
That's
got
what
my
I'm saying.
bag of guns and cheese, so they're not gonna fuck with me anyways.
See, if I go solo, at least I'm talking to other people in the corner, fucking doo-wopping.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You're just out there.
No, that's that Chaka guy, the little hairy guy in the slee stacks. I mean, they're all there.
Okay.
I can chill with them.
All right. All
Show
right.
them cheese.
I mean, if I were you, I'd just take a quick trip to like Jurassic Park or something. Have Jeff Goldblum.
Goldblum.
Chaos Theory.
It would be sick if you could go back and like just like buy Apple stock and shit like that.
Yeah,
Like
my
that'd be
bu-
sick.
My
you know
buddy
what I
has
mean?
a he's a bachelor. He has a Jeff Goldblum shower curtain. It's the creepiest thing I've ever seen in
That
my
is
life.
bizarre.
That is weird.
I got a picture of it on my phone. I'll show it to you. It's so creepy.
yeah,
bizarre.
go back and buy Bitcoin when it first came out.
Yeah, like shit like that.
I would like to go back before the internet. I'd like to get rid of the internet right now.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
The show's not coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
The internet's dead. Fuck the internet. I agree with you
I would
too.
do this anyways.
Yeah, we could just do it in a tape
We'll just
recorder.
unplug these and just do this.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah, well, that would just be our life.
Yeah.
Like regular life. It'd be like, you'd just be at the bar. You know what I mean?
Why do you still go over to Brendan's and record? There's no more internet. Just
Yeah. it's
watch
all
your
right.
mouth.
It's all right. Yeah.
Mind your business.
Settle
Fine. Yeah,
down.
we're having a good time.
Yeah.
Drinking some beers. We're enjoying ourselves. Yeah, I think I would. I think that would be a fun experiment to do. Of like, oh, these are the things I would do. I mean, obviously, you know, you buy Apple stock or whatever. Now you're rich. It's like great. Okay, you really didn't accomplish anything though, but still you're rich. So being rich was sick. You know what I mean? Being rich would be sick. And I'm not talking about like fucking kind of rich. I'm talking like motherfucking rich. You know what I mean? Like where you're just like, oh, I can just take a jet here. Don't matter.
Fuck
wanna-
you money.
Yeah.
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 Where like everyone's surrounded by you is getting a little piece of the pie too. That'd
Oh,
be nice.
absolutely.
Oh,
You're taking care of
100%.
your boys, your
Yeah.
family, everyone.
Yeah. Allen Iverson type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Taking care of the whole crew.
Yep.
I
Mayweather.
would, you know what I
Mayweather
would have
type
done?
shit.
I would have bought Celtics tickets like way back in the day, so I had like front row now, and then you could
yeah.
like sell. Like there was a guy that I used to know through work that his family has fucking front row at the Celts or second row at the Celts. They have right on the first baseline behind the plate basically at the Sox. They have 50-yard line, perfect tickets at the Patriots. And his dad had money, but like that, he's not rich. So like him and his brother run it, and basically they sell most of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they make some money off of it. It's a pain in the ass. He told me, he's like, it's a pain in the ass, but they have ridiculous seats. So he's like, we get to go to like 3 games of each thing a year, plus we want to go to the playoffs. But like, they have the access to that. Do you know what I mean? It's pretty sick. Like,
There's 2 kids I know that they split the Celtics season, and their seats are sick, dude. They're probably maybe 15 rows up from the court.
Yeah.
Right in the corner. And I was with one of them last week, and I was like, dude, are you going to any playoff games? He goes, bro, my next season's already paid for because of what we've
Yeah.
already sold during the playoffs.
Yeah.
First and second round, not even the finals.
100%.
He goes, these people are ridiculous. Anything to get into a playoff game, you say the number, and they're like, yeah, we'll buy it.
when we had the Taylor Swift tickets last year, and I realized we could have sold them for 20 G's. And I
That
was
would
like,
have hurt my heart.
dude, whatever. The girls went. They had a great time. It was awesome. Sure, they had a blast. Me and Tommy had a full day of movies though. It was worth the 20 G's.
Yeah.
We
and
went
you're
to-
a good dad. You want to see
No, I
them
would-
have
yeah,
fun.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah, 20 grand's nothing. We wipe my ass with 20 grand.
Yeah,
you
what
know?
are you-
Ashtray money. You know,
peanuts.
no big deal. It's not a big deal. You know. Oh, by the way, I
find
gotta
that
tell
in
you
the
guys a
couch.
story. So I go into the post office the other day and mail some shirts out. Mohan shirt. I gotta get some more out this week. Anyways, John Connell's in there, our guy, and I'm talking to him. And this other guy walks up, right? A little bit older than us, Italian guy, high vis shirt on, right? Has like concrete all over his shoes. And John's like, I gotta get my haircut. He's like, I get rid of some of this gray. And the guy's like, mine's finally coming back. And he goes, yeah. He goes, Brendan, this is whatever the guy's name was, Rick or something. He's like, he has been fighting cancer for about a year and a half or something. The guy's like, yeah, stage 4 bone. He goes, you know what the doctor said to me? He goes, when he diagnosed me, I go, what? He goes, you know what you should do? You should take it easy, and you should stay home with your wife. You know what I said? You want to stay home with my fucking wife? He goes, I haven't missed a day of work since. He goes, 48 radiation treatments. See this shirt? He goes, it was white. Dude, I go, only in Massachusetts
No.
can you meet a guy like that who's just throwing high 90s. He's dying. You know what I mean?
Out of the gate.
Like, just
met you 6 seconds ago.
I was
That's incredible.
like, this is what's great about fucking. This is like, that is the reason I wanted to start this podcast.
He's invited to the Longhorn Lounge.
He's
Yeah.
a lifetime membership. Unfortunately, it's going to run out pretty quick, I think.
Oh,
Well, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I hope the guy lives to be 1,000. I love the guy. He's fucking great. Salt of the earth, he's a great guy. You know what I mean? By the way, we're watching. The background right now is like some game show guy has one arm right now.
There's nothing on right now, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we're not watching anything. We'll be invested in this in giving the people what they need.
Yeah.
So, by the way, I played Tunes of Twisted Fate on Friday.
Oh yeah.
Go.
It went great. I love that place. Saw Dave afterwards. Saw Dave Ferrick. Saw Al Delano was there. Paul O'Connor, Mike Sullivan, Kevin Gagne, the Ricci family with their like littlest son. Kid was great. He was fucking loving the tunes. McGrath was there, obviously as usual. McGrath's a fucking dog. I mean, he comes out for the fucking
Always.
everything. He's the man. Had a great time. Ferg stopped by too.
Ferg and his wife.
Ferg and his wife. Got to chat him up a little bit. I nailed the beef song. You were there. Fitzy was there.
I was
for the
there.
first half. Fitzy,
Yeah.
did I nail that song or what?
Yeah. It was great.
I didn't have that albatross Billy Sylvester on there.
I know. Dead weight.
Dead weight. Yeah.
Trust.
I love Billy. Just kidding. He's left a message too. He actually left two. But yeah, we had a great time. That place is awesome. Check it out. Twisted Fate, June 28th. That is the date. Okay, listen. We have a beer release party.
Yes, sir.
Fitzy's like the weather on Friday. It's like 40% chance of storms. There's a chance he might be there, right? As we get closer, we'll know.
Yep.
Danny and I will definitely be there.
100%.
Kev Ma's playing guitar with me. I already
Hell
cleared
yeah.
this with Dave Panett. By the way, it's Panett, not Panay.
I saw that on your video.
I already cleared this with him. We're going to be releasing the beer. He gave me a little sneak peek taste. Did you get one?
No.
Oh, you weren't there when he got there.
Dave wasn't there
Yeah,
when
yeah, he came
I
for
had
the
to
second
leave
half.
early.
And it's not quite like, I guess, matured or whatever yet, but it is very good. You're going to like it. It's not like, it's not as like hoppy intense as like some IPAs are. So I think you're going to love it.
Perfect.
New England IPAs are good. They're like citrusy,
Yeah,
but
I love
but like lighter too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
know
like
what I mean?
Jumps is a New England IPA. I love his.
But his has the terpene, so it's not the normal flavor
but you know what?
profile.
I gotta say this about jumps. I have one in the fridge, and Chabak made a video about it. All that smell and that weed smell dissipated from it. And
Oh,
it
really?
just tastes like a good IPA.
Nice.
So, anyways, we'll be there on the 28th. By the way, 19th, which is Wednesday? Fuck, yeah. I'm going to the Common Room Grill in Needham. So if you just happen to live in the Metro West, you want to say hello, you want to hang out, I'll be playing from like 8 to 10. I think Maggie's whole extended family will be there. They like to drink. I like to drink. You like to drink. We all like to drink. You know the deal. They have great food there, by the way. Free ad. No free ads, but free ad. And yeah, that is the deal. So anyways, come check that out. Juice Way. I already got the. By the way, I'll show you guys afterwards. I have the label from the label art from Dave. It's awesome. It's like a cartoon eagle with a beer in its hand, and then there's like our logo and like finally something cool is the beer. So it's
yeah.
gonna be fucking great.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Fire it up.
So that's that, and then what do we have for vacation schedules this summer? Fitzy, you're going away next Friday?
I'm going to Maine next week, but that's the issue. Is it's supposed to rain the whole entire week I'm up there. Thunderstorms,
Shafted.
fucking rain, thunderstorms. One sunny day, and then when I wanted to come home on Friday for the bear release, sunny. The last 3 days.
Yeah, but you don't know, like, that changes.
I
dude.
hope it
Like,
changes, 'cause we're
Tessa's
still-
body was supposed to be a washout.
Correct.
Right.
We're still a week out, but when you see 7 days of that, it's more likely
Sure.
to get something. You know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it changes a little bit. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
What do you guys got?
I'm going to July 6th to the 13th. I'm in, dude, I don't even think I'm going to be able to go to Texas.
This is.
I don't know.
breaking my heart.
Wait, hold on. You know what
If
I'm
I have
going
to go a solo mission, I will.
No, fuck it, I'm
Because
going.
Alan,
I'm going.
Alan's,
Is Alan going?
He's not no more because his.
Fucking Alan.
No, you know who is going though? Because I was with him Friday. Glenn at 1N. Glenn 1N is coming.
I needed an Irish guy there to like, I like Glenn. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm a Glenn with one head guy. Day one Glenn guy. You know what I mean?
But Alan is bringing his parents from Ireland to Massachusetts.
Listen, that's no excuse in my book. All right? The Tumulties, I'm sure the Tumulties are nice people.
Yeah.
All right? They're fine people.
So I get it. So I was like,
Anyways,
you
that's
know,
fine.
yeah.
I'll go. So I got to go. Here's the problem. So I got July 6th to the 13th. I'm going to Maine, right, for the week. By the way, I think I told that story. I had the fucking most expensive place in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm rich. But I'm not. I'm broke. Anyways, then I have August 13th, which is like a fucking Monday. I got to leave like Sunday night or it's Sunday morning. We got to drive Tess down to college. That's like a fucking
Oh, yeah.
3.5, 4 day excursion.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna make Maggie drive a lot so I can work from the car, but it's kind of fucking cramping my original plan. I originally thought we would fly, but then it's like we gotta bring so much shit. It's like we would have had to have it moved.
You got a trailer, or everything's gonna fit in the car?
Well, I got the truck Silverado.
Yeah.
Most of it will fit in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Did I tell you?
Have you ever done that drive before?
Yeah, I've done it plenty of times.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
drive
have.
further than Hilton did.
That's right. So
sucks.
dude.
I don't mind it, but Maggie hates it. What sucks is that Maggie says how much she hates it the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just.
She's
Do,
an awful
do they
person.
still? And we've definitely talked about this, but do they still have the billboards for like South of the Border?
Oh yeah.
You start seeing them in like fucking Connecticut.
Yeah, but you
Really?
won't see those because those are Myrtle Beach, and like we're not going to be that deep.
Yeah, but don't you usually see them like
Oh,
Jersey?
yeah, you're right, yeah,
and they're like
yeah.
fucking
That place
1,100
stinks.
miles. Dude, it's so trashy. It's
the,
right up my alley,
like,
though.
I love it.
It's like
I mean,
10-cent burgers. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
It's like stuck in the 50s.
What is it? I don't even
Well,
know.
it's
what
like
it is.
when we were talking about going back to like the medieval times. If you eat this burger, you might have like AIDS or fucking die immediately.
Yeah.
The consumption.
It's
Yeah.
dude. It's like the only way I can explain it is like it's like a big Revere Carnival with like cheap food and
Like
I don't know why.
rides that don't even work. Like it's like
In South Carolina.
It's the border of North and South Carolina.
like it would be a great place to film a Rob Zombie like one of those like for horror movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
honestly,
like
exactly.
abandoned place like this. You know what I mean? It would be unbelievable. Anyway, so we're going. So I got that, and then I think the next week is like, what's the date on that game?
It's August 31st.
Okay, so I'll be good for it. I'm fine. But then I got to go down to fucking Parents Weekend, September like.
Dude, if you
20
can't make it, you
No,
can't
no,
make it.
I'm
It's
going.
fine.
I'm fucking going. It's
fine.
You can't do anything about it.
But I just don't. You know what I'm
so it's
worried
me,
about?
you, Glenn, on one end.
So far, Bobby's on the cusp. Froyo, which he's listening right now. Sack up, dude. Sack
Bobby,
up.
come on. Bobby goes.
Are
I
they
go.
still? They're gonna take the trip, but not get tickets again.
So tickets are through the roof right now.
Yeah,
what I mean.
I'm just going to a bar to watch.
Yeah,
basically.
tickets are through the roof right now. I just want to be part of that SEC atmosphere, and I can die a happy man. Eventually, I want to go to the world's greatest cocktail party. I want to see Bama. I want to see them all.
Yeah.
I love that shit. You know
Yeah.
that. I'm a college football guy. So if I can see my favorite team play in the SEC for 1 year, and College Station is like 103,000 people, it's a fucking massive stadium.
Thing is, I'll be going to 2 major colleges within a month. And
Yeah.
I've never done that before.
In your life.
I went to Tennessee one time. All right, real quick ad. Our guys over at American Benchcraft. We're
There's-
going up there this week.
There is no one more happier than we partnered up than Patrick Mulcairn.
Listen, Mulkey's the man. He's our well, I don't know. Gentile hasn't done much for us lately. Chief Marketing Officer might
have to be Mulk.
I love it. I'm going to get an immediate text from Gentile. All fucking bullshit. By the way, Gentile won the championships back to back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I'm just going to give him his fucking due. I said to his wife, I go, Robin, you're not going to be able to live with this kid. And she goes, if he had lost, I really wouldn't be able to fucking live with him. All right, listen, these are our guys. American Benchcraft. AmericanBenchcraft.com. Belts, wallets, right? Dog collars, sheaths. For like when we're going back into times, we're gonna need our fucking swords,
Yep.
right? We're gonna need to go to Benchcraft to get like a custom sword sheath made. These guys are the best, right? They're Reading guys, first of all.
Reading guys.
All right.
Veteran owned.
Veteran owned.
100% union.
100% union, fact.
Let go.
And I'll tell you right now, their products are made where?
Right here.
In the USA. They're made in Wilmington, Massachusetts specifically. Support local because we are local. I mean, I don't even know what that means, but that's what Jump says.
I got a text Monday. We released this last Monday, right? It wasn't
Yeah.
a late one.
Yeah.
I got a text early in the afternoon, or early in the morning, I should say, from my buddy Ian. And Ian sent me a picture of his wallet, and it said right on it, made by American Benchcraft, proudly union made, and it said Local 22 on the front. He's a laborer. He goes, they gave these away for a Christmas present to all the laborers last Christmas.
Love it.
And
Love it. These are our guys.
Sick.
It's one of the best marriages of any products ever. Because
Yeah.
we got a lot of hardworking union type guys,
Yep.
not with money counting hands like Brendan Ahern.
Yeah.
Right? Soft guitar playing, mandolin
we
playing
need
hands.
we need belts. We need tape holders. We need all that shit.
100%.
I can't wait.
We're gonna
I'm
go-
like gonna be in a kid in a candy store when I head up there.
We're gonna
Me
meet them,
too.
get fitted for our belts, and then we're gonna see the whole operation, right? And be able to report back on it. Takes a video from there. Our guy Chris, we've been nights ships passing in the night basically because he's been busy and we've been busy. So support them. Listen, here's the other thing: the belts are 100% guaranteed unless you take a
Set it
razor
on
blade to
fire.
it like a zero. You know what I mean? Like if you like actually wear this belt out, they'll make you a new one.
Right.
And the belts, everything's reasonably priced, right? Belts are around like $100. If you got a belt for life for $100, what's that cost you a day? You want to do the math on it? Cents on the dollar. All right.
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
Dude, I go to
Ashtray money.
Kohl's. I go to Kohl's, right? And still, like a Columbia belt at Kohl's is like $80.
Yeah.
And I wear through it in like 3 months.
Yeah. I think Kohl's is a
I'm
bad
fat,
place.
boys.
Yeah.
I fucking do a number on belts.
I got a recently. This is maybe 2 weeks ago. I went and grabbed some new work shit, and I didn't know it at the time. But if you bought the specific piano, I looked at them. I put them up to my waist. I go, these will do, but they were like $85, and they came with a free belt, and it was like one of those like tactical belts. It's got like that fucking I forget what.
Yeah, like the fucking, I know what you're talking, like the whatever the fucking material is. I know
it's
what
like
you're talking
backpack material.
about. Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, you got a free belt?" And I'm like, "Nice, nothing wrong with a little free belt." It's the worst fucking belt ever, dude.
How quick?
I threw it out that
it rip?
day. No, it didn't rip. It was the whole thing is like made of that backpack material,
Yeah.
and then it was fucking a piece of metal in the front. I'm up
It
and down the ladder.
doesn't keep the fucking cinch.
Doesn't keep the cinch, and it fucking digs right into your stomach.
Yeah.
I was like, take this away from me, and then I went to an electrician, stole fucking zip ties, and I was like, I'll make this work until tomorrow.
Nice.
It was terrible.
Industrious.
Yeah,
Fathercraft.
that's all.
The crap. But listen, hey, it's Father's Day, but if you're late buying a gift, go get your American Benchcraft.
Yeah.
We'll be talking to them this week. Yeah. So, anyways, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
This is an open gym day, right? We can talk about whatever we want.
Yeah.
What's the favorite food your mother makes and your wife makes?
Easy. I got it.
Good.
Yeah, you go first.
I've said it 100 times. I said if I could have 1 hour with my mother, I would hug her for 58 minutes. I'd slug a beer with her for another minute, and then I would write down her recipe to her meatloaf.
Okay.
Her meatloaf. Listen, if you don't like meatloaf, lose my number.
I agree. I'm the same way.
Meatloaf is fucking, and I like I've had all different kinds. I've had not a vegan meatloaf, but like they put like a bunch of vegetables in it, and it was
Yeah.
like kind of like counterback. I don't know if it was to like make themselves feel better. It was phenomenal. It was something that I would never eat in my life. But what I won't do, I don't like people that cover their meatloaf with ketchup and bacon. I would rather mix it in, make it a little fucking blend, and I think that's what my mother did, and it made it a little bit more
Moist?
Yeah,
There you go.
You could say
That's
that
the
word. Yeah.
Yeah. People get moist just listening to this right now.
It kind of creeps. I know it doesn't happen, but it kind of creeps me out when like ketchup's like a crust. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't mind if you put like a barbecue sauce or a ketchup on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It gets a little tacky up top.
Ketchup, barbecue
I don't
sauce, I'm
want it-
fine with.
Yeah, I don't want it like crusty. I don't want
Yeah,
it
I
burnt
just I am
ketchup.
You know what?
Moist, crusty.
Do you
There
know?
we go.
Do you know what? Yeah, sewage. We should all say all the fucked up words. You know, like when like when kids take ketchup and they just don't care, and then it just gets crusty. That's
Yeah.
the first thing I envision when I think of meatloaf covered in ketchup.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't do it. So I would get that meatloaf recipe from my mother.
Okay. What's Christie's?
Chicharron. Now,
You were just
No, I
asking.
just-
You were
no,
just
no,
asking.
no,
about this.
now, okay? This is why I say this.
You got an in, and you're asking for recommendations.
I have
on
an
your
in,
Facebook.
right?
Yeah.
And I was asked, what do you want for Father's Day? And every year I say nothing, right? Get me the boxes, get me the socks, whatever. Get me
Sure.
a tie. I always say nothing. This year I said, I would love chicharron Sunday. Like after the tournament, come home, just a pile of fucking pork belly, right? Give it all to me.
Yep.
So I get home, I drive home and she goes, I'm at my mother's. I go, I thought you were cooking chicharron. She goes, oh, I totally forgot. Ruined my fucking day. So in spite of her, I asked social media where I can get good chicharron.
Yeah. So she would also see it too.
Yeah, and then she was like, your kitchen. I was like, don't even look at you. She wrote on. She was like, your kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm like, beat it.
Yeah. What's yours, Fitz?
Imagine if you did that on Mother's Day.
Oh my God, Fitz.
We get the shaft.
We get porked, dude.
We get fucked. I'll tell you what. I was gonna one up. I didn't want to one up you, but the whole day at the field, the whole thing.
Yeah.
A few years back, we had to do. I was, coaching lacrosse. This year, I wasn't coaching. I was. Washout. Out at Devon's. 5 games.
I was there one year.
Yeah, I'm just getting poured on.
Yep.
And it's like,
I was 100% yeah that year.
and like, I can't even, you're not even drinking because, you're going to coach kids, which sucks. So you're going to just do speed the whole time. No, I'm just kidding. But like, I was just like, dude, this is a great Father's Day. Like, I stopped at Wendy's on the way home. It was the highlight of my day.
Dude.
Wendy's fucks, by the way.
Yeah.
My mother makes 2 dishes that I like. One's a kielbasa with the fucking cherries and pineapple.
Yeah. Like in the crock pot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. And then she does also chicken wings that are like sweet chicken wings that are fucking phenomenal.
What kind of, so like, that was, if it wasn't meatloaf, my mom made chicken wings too. We still to this day call them Nana wings.
Yeah, you said there's like Pepsi or something in it or Coke?
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. So these are different.
It's like teriyaki, soy sauce, honey.
Yeah, it's similar though because it's real sweet like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's
I
they're
do it. My
delicious.
mouth's
They're nice.
salivating right now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
fucking love them.
And then Melissa's meatballs, fucking phenomenal.
Really?
Unbelievable because she makes her own sauce and she chops up like onions and peppers and puts them in the sauce, and then she uses like 3 different kinds of meat for the meatballs.
Veal pork.
Veal pork, and
Beef.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She makes really good meatballs.
My mother's shrimp scampi will blow the dick off your butt.
Yes.
It
I
is
love-
unfucking believable.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
And she usually does my birthday.
Yeah.
So if she's gonna do it this year, I'm gonna have her bring it here and we'll eat it before. All right. It's fucking unbelievable.
Perfect.
Right?
I'm in.
She knows how to make that al dente. It's perfect. She's
Yeah.
great with it.
Love it.
Maggie's best dish is whatever she orders from takeout. Listen, I love my wife. She doesn't even try to like, I mean, she'll make a good meatloaf or something like that, like when she's in the mood to do something. But like, generally, I like to cook. So like, I do almost all the cooking. So like, there's not a particular dish that stands out other than her buffalo chicken dip from the back of the Frank's Red Hot. Fucks.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
say that much.
Dude, that's not a bad recipe.
There you go.
It's a great recipe.
not a
She made
bad
it today.
recipe.
I had it today.
I'm actually thinking about this now, Fitz. I'm going to my sister Darcy's tomorrow for the Celtics
Celtics?
game.
Yeah.
Hopefully they close it out, right? But I'm never coming empty-handed. I might make those wings tomorrow, dude.
Hell yeah.
I fucking like. I already have wings at my house, so it's not like I have to stop anywhere.
No brainer.
Take
Wait,
them
frozen?
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take them out tonight, defrost them, marinate them as soon as I get home from work, cook them at her house so they're nice and fresh, dude. Yeah.
My mother's wings are ridiculous too.
Yeah.
There's a funny story, but I think I told it on the show, but I'll tell it again. Chris Shelley, longtime listener, Corker, one of the best in the business.
We got a nice text from him. Yes, was it yesterday? Yesterday, the day
2
before.
days ago.
2 days ago. Then.
Yeah.
Anyways, my mother's been making these fucking peanut butter balls forever. I've told this.
Yeah. Yeah.
She made it forever, and she's like, just took full credit for this unbelievable recipe. They will. That's a deathbed like meal for me. Would be my dessert. Would probably be that. And we find out from Chris Shelley, like, which I never would have found out about if we hadn't just bumped into him through you and everything. That like it was his mother's recipe. She lived 2 doors down. She gave it to my mother. My mother just claimed it. Like I was like, oh, I heard this was Mrs. Shelley's. I can't remember. I'm like, yeah, I bet you can't. It's a convenient fucking story, isn't it?
I remember when we had like a Patriots playoff game or something. We invited a bunch of people over, and I was like, I gotta make something in the crock pot. But I was like, at that point, and I love cooking. I'm like you.
Yeah.
I had no desire to do anything. So I grabbed like fucking 5 of those Lloyd pulled pork,
yeah.
threw them in the crock pot.
That's good, yeah.
Added my own like barbecue sauce, like Stubbs, mixed it together. People are like, how'd you
This
do
is
this? I was
great.
like, oh, fuck,
Yeah.
slow cooked.
Secret.
Yeah.
It's been a week.
Fucking maybe an hour later, like I was throwing the trash out, and my brother-in-law was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, what? I was like, oh, these old containers? He was like, did you just throw that in the crock pot? I was like, 100%. It was fine, dude.
Mark Fitz at his house one day, he's like, I'm gonna make you some nachos, right? Takes out Lloyd's, dumps it on nachos, heats it up in the microwave, throws sour cream on the side. He's like, try these. I was like, this is fucking delicious.
Dude,
Lloyd's is all right, dude.
this morning I was thinking of you Danny, because I was went to my parents' house. My mother does put on a spread. I've talked about this before. Like, this woman didn't start cooking like diesel until like I graduated from high school. Like, I was eating baked chicken and fucking Helios like everybody else.
Yeah.
Now she crushes it. But she had juiced a fresh pitcher of orange juice, right? And so I made a screwdriver. My father's like, "We're gonna have drinks or what?" He's like, "I'm making bloodies." I'm like, "I'm gonna have a screwdriver." Shout out Panuzzo, freshly squeezed. Dude, I had this thing. It was so good, but I'm like, and I wanted one more so bad. But I'm like, I'm gonna be fucking waking up at 2 a.m. like
Worst.
with this thing just going through my veins. So
I got it down to the science. So once you get it, well, here's what I do. Here's my remedy.
I love this remedy. It's my favorite.
You gotta
Chocolate ice cream.
chocolate ice
and
cream,
Prilosec.
and lay on your left hand side. It's gone.
And then Google Alzheimer's.
Yeah, dude, it's gotten so bad. Like the next doctor's appointment, I'm gonna be like, you're gonna have to open me up or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta grab my fucking. By the way, this is how you know you're on an old man podcast. I think we've talked about this before. A couple of years ago, I was like, dude, I would get like food stuck, wouldn't go down.
Yeah.
It's from years of having acid reflux, right? Did like skies up like wherever your fucking shit comes out of your fucking throat and your stomach. And like they stretch, they go in, they give you the best drugs you ever had in your life. You want to talk about getting fucking high? Oh, you feel like $1 million. You're like, last time I did it, I was just like, how long can I stay awake while this is going through my body? And what they do is they stick a tube down your throat and they fucking stretch your like esophagus out, right? So that you can blow more guys. So anyways, they stretch it out so that the food goes through, right? And I'm like, it happened to me the other day, like a couple times the last 2 weeks. I'm like, I gotta go get this fucking thing done again. Like, I
Gotta get stretched again.
I gotta get stretched out again. I love it. But, dude, you know what's funny? I'm not gonna name the girl, but a very close family friend of ours. I'm in the room and I'm talking to the doctor, like I'm in like the fucking gown. And I'm like, yeah, so I'm like, all right, so what time am I getting out of here? Because I got a text. And I hear, she's like, Brendan? And I'm like, hey, what's up? Like she was getting the same thing done.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, anyways, apparently she has acid
She was
reflux.
getting stretched out too.
Yeah, she's getting stretched out too. We were all getting stretched out that day.
I do gotta talk about my Friday after work real quick.
Okay, let's do it now.
I got a pedicure.
Oh
I
yeah,
saw
give this
that.
to me.
Let me tell you something. If you were thinking about it but haven't done it, and I've talked to a bunch of people that have already had it done.
Yeah.
It's not long. It's less than a half hour. At least mine was. I didn't get fucking nails painted or anything. But this poor lady, right? She's like, is this your first time? So yes, this is my first time. She go, ooh, I can tell. And I was like, lady.
It just sounded like a hybrid black Chinese person.
I'll give you 3 guesses what her name was.
Ling.
Nope. Think of like Asian nail techs.
I don't know many.
I know them all.
All right, give it to me.
Kim.
Kim.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So Kim and Tammy, ironically, 2 of my sister's names that
Yeah.
are Caucasians, but that's usually like the nail tech's name. So Kim was on my feet. She had to break out the power tools for the.
Wow, dude, you must. Yeah.
Oh, dude. But like, I also asked, I was like, should I shower before? I was still in work clothes. They're like, no, they take care of all that. And I'm like, took the boots off. I go, this is not going to be fun. And she
Dogs
took care
were
of me.
barking.
She took care of me, dude.
How was it?
Unbelievable. I might.
Nick Riley chimed in. Nick Riley, great cook,
Yeah.
a great beef guy. He's like, and that guy is a man, dude. I don't do fuck with Nick Riley.
He said
ever.
he's done it a couple
He's like,
times.
I've got that fucking shit done.
It's
If
dude.
Nick Riley could do it. We could all do
We
it.
can all do it. Yeah.
Have
And,
you had one?
No, never.
I've never had one.
Never. I have pretty good feet though.
Will you consider it though?
Soft man's feet. A man's feet is sat at a computer. and
Counting
make phone
money all your
calls.
life.
Will you,
Pete.
will you consider it after this conversation?
Yeah, I'll get it done. Sure.
It's Dude,
My
I'm telling
feet
you.
My feet are so ticklish,
disgusting.
though.
What's that?
My feet are wicked ticklish.
So I'm the worst. That's what I was worried about.
You start dying.
Soft.
That's what I was worried. That's what I was worried about. But she doesn't like.
I'm like a fucking fat king in like the medieval times.
Did anyone see Welshin's post recently?
No.
This,
Oh, boy.
this is inside baseball. No one knows who the fuck
Okay.
this is.
Excuse me. He's
Hey, here's a
nationally
free
known.
ad. Is a free ad.
Okay.
Mike Welshins is on. He listens to this podcast.
Food reviews.
Food reviews.
Yep.
He's on Instagram. He's on Facebook. Right.
Yep.
Mike Welshins. It's WELSHONS. This kid reviews food all the time.
Go follow him because
Hashtag live to eat.
He's got good spots.
He's
around
got
here.
he's got fucking.
By the way, this
nice
kid's
food-
metabolism
food
runs at
reviews.
1,000.
That's what
By
I
the way,
mean. The
He's always,
shit
like,
that
he's always like, eat the pizza. I'm like, you're not a fat fuck.
the shit that he eats and he's like skinny.
Dude, he's a lean machine.
I can't do that. Maybe
No.
it was it on your post?
What?
It might have been. So, anyways, he said something about being ticklish, right? And Tashi said, "You look like if someone breathes on you heavy that you'd come."
Tashi's stock is way up, by the way.
Yeah.
She's a fucking
I don't know if
legend.
I'm allowed to tell a story, but I'm just fucking telling it anyways.
Fuck it, right?
She was telling
Father's
me
Day.
that she was
We're
telling
on,
some
we're
guy.
on Patreon.
It's Father's Day. It's the
Yeah,
holidays.
exactly. Tashi's a Beef's page member. She posts there all the time. She's a hot shit. She's great. And obviously, any girl that is,
Brave enough to do that.
cute, who's on that page, which she is going to get fucking DMs
Stalked.
from creatures, right?
Yeah.
30,000 people on that page. 29,000 should be in a facility somewhere, right? like they're put all the pedophiles on an island.
Yeah.
Add in those 29,000 people. So she had some guy who was coming at her in the DMs, and she was like, yeah. So he just like wouldn't stop, and he was like, can we go out or whatever? And she's like, She's like, I just want to let you know if you're okay with it, I'm trans. And the guy, she's like, what happened? She's like, he stopped writing back. I'm like, imagine the guy was like, yes,
Yep.
finally something
Amen.
cool. Yeah. So Tashi's she's a great one.
Would have been
By the
great.
way,
Would
she's
have been
come to-
great if he was like, me too.
Yeah. She's come to almost all the
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Twisted Fate things. She's fucking
Events.
awesome.
Yeah, she's cool.
She's great. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Dude, that's the thing. Is like, if you review food for a living, like, remember Man vs. Food Guy?
Yeah.
He would be like, yeah, he would lost all that weight, but then he gained it all back because it's like, first of all, half of it is fucking genetics, and I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying this right now. I know I'd like to lose fucking 12, 15 pounds. I know I can do it. I've done it in the past. My brother-in-law, Nate, was sitting at, by the way, this motherfucker, right? Was sitting at breakfast this morning.
Has anyone
I come
hated
in-
Nate more?
No, I love Nate. But I love him because he gives me so much comedy and he lets me rag on him. And he's jacked. Like,
How about his profile picture
Dude,
right now?
he's
What
on-
is it?
You didn't see it?
No.
It's him with
It's him
the
and your sister. In
at like a prom.
the bowl, the
he's
bowl
got
cut.
he's got like a pot down the middle with the things coming
Yeah,
down like Nick
pictures-
Lachey maybe.
yeah.
And it's fucking dyed hair. And it's just him and your sister at prom.
yeah,
It's
that's not
fucking-
dyed hair, by the way. That was like
That
his
was
real
his
colors.
hair?
Yeah.
No way.
Swear to God.
His roots were different colors.
I know. He was like becoming
No homo.
brown. Anyways,
look at this photo.
yeah, he's ridiculous. So anyways, I come out of the
Nicholas
bathroom.
That's not dyed hair.
I come out of the bathroom. It wasn't. I come out of the bathroom at my parents', right?
Hilarious.
Come out of the bathroom at my parents'. And my judgy goes, Mo, get a load of this fucking kid. And I go, what? He goes, tell him what you just told me. And he's like, no, you tell him. He's like, Nate had claimed that he's in the top, got to be the top 500 bodies for a 45-year-old man that's natural, no steroids in the United States. And he's like, what judgy's like, dude, this fucking kid, he's like, do you know how many people are in the United fucking States of America? Like, yeah, I go, you got probably one of the best metabolisms, like in the United States, and you naturally have like a ton of testosterone. But like, I go, look at Panuzzo. He's more ripped than you. He goes, yeah, Panuzzo just eats like eggs and doesn't even drink. And I'm like, that's a good point. Fair point. Yeah. So Panuzzo is calling you out. I love Nate because he lets me give him a hard time. I talked about this the other day, but that time a couple weeks ago, I was really riding him. He was shit-faced. I looked at him. I'm like, he's going to punch me and it's going to be bad. Like, he's going to hurt me. He also, the first time I met him, when he was first dating my sister, which you never want anybody to date your sister when you're younger. We were walking around, and some kid like gave him a hard time, and he smoked the kid against the wall. And I'm like, I'm in with this kid. I'll ride with this dog.
Big Nate guy.
Yeah. You need Nate in your life.
He younger than you?
Yeah, they're 2 years younger than me. Yeah.
Are you the oldest?
That's why my body's not as good as his is.
It is. It's age.
Yeah, because it's just age. Mine 2 years ago, I was ripped.
You got more rings on that trunk.
That's true. yeah.
So are you the oldest, or you have an older
No,
sister?
my older sister
Then
is-
you,
yeah.
and then Emily.
Yep, exactly. And
I feel like the Aherns were popular in high school. Am I wrong to say that?
yes,
Yeah.
ran the place. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we were all popular.
You were,
yeah,
though,
yeah,
right?
we were all in the whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. By the way, Tommy has to go to lineman camp this week. My buddy Dave runs it. It's
gonna be 95
It's gonna be
degrees.
90, dude.
dude. And I'm like, I don't think they're gonna be able to have it, dude. Like,
Doubles.
and he's like, they'll have it. And I'm like,
Tommy
all right.
said this?
Yeah, like, and I'm like, well, I'll
You
talk
didn't
to
tell
Dave.
by that impression?
Yeah,
I did,
more,
yeah.
like, dude, he ate so much food today, it was insane. Like, I just pounding. He's like, I need more Doobie's wings. Like he's just like literally, he doesn't. I don't even think.
Right?
You know what I'm hearing lately? By the way, I don't know if you're hearing this. That's not like it used to be with us. Like the only thing I wanted to do was date a girl when I was like that age, right? Like that. Well, I mean, date a girl. I think we can deduce what that means,
Yeah.
right?
To get the old Hawk 2.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Have you
yeah.
seen that?
No.
No fucking way. Oh my God, there's a meme where a guy's after a club interviewing women, and it's down south. So this little Southern belle comes up. He goes, what's your favorite go-to move in the bedroom? And she goes, you got to give it that Hawk 2 when you spit on that shit.
Oh,
dude,
shit.
It's everywhere.
Really?
Every reel that I've watched this whole entire week has been that chick.
Really?
It's fucking wild. She's like 18, 19
Now
years
Dad
it's
must be
old.
proud.
Now it's gonna pop up.
It's gonna pop up
Yeah.
now that I
Dad
said
must be
it.
proud.
Dad's proud.
Dad's pumped. He's
Happy-
watching
Happy
reels.
Father's Day to the Hawk
But
2
I'm hearing
girls.
that like it's not as big of a thing as it was when we were kids. That like people like date and like all that shit, and like it's just not like it was.
Which is
But I think it's part of the
Bizarro.
problem is because of the internet.
Yeah.
It's like fuck these kids in so many ways. You know what I mean? Like you didn't like if you wanted to get either you had to climb a mountain in the back of Melrose that had a Playboy underneath like
A rock.
a rock,
Yeah.
or like and then remember everything in there to go beat off, or like you had to like what?
If you climbed up to find a Playboy under a rock, you didn't take it home?
It was a shared thing
yeah, it was a
between a bunch of
community
guys.
guy.
It was a community Playboy.
Well, I'm
yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
you taking it?
Sorry,
He
I'm
goes
that
back
guy.
up later. I picture Fitzy like
Sticky.
Fitzy with like a backpack on. He's like rappelling up this fucking rock, like it's like Cornelius,
Cliffhanger.
Yukon Cornelius. It's like fucking perfect. No, I'm just hearing it's not as big. It's not the same as it was. I'm not hearing much. By the way, my kids think I'm a fucking idiot. That's the other thing. They're probably correct.
Well, I mean,
Maybe God's coming back. And they're all Christians.
I'm a Church of Luck guy, as is the guy who called in about the Mr. Rice.
Mr. Rice.
I think we know who that guy might be, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Kids are fucked. They're just a different breed. By the way, I got my daughter Lana Del Rey tickets.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because they came down to $100 each, and they're obstructed view at Fenway. And I go, Max, they're obstructed view, and she goes, I don't give a fuck. Just get them. We'll walk around. I'm like, Addie's like, I don't give a fuck what they are, whatever. She just wants to go. And I told you guys, Tessa's going with my niece Emmy Ray. It's her Make a Wish for CF. So it's like they're getting a fucking limo. They're sitting stage side. They're giving them a loaded fucking debit card with like $300 on it, so you can get concert tickets, food, everything, right? Like they're getting lap of luxury.
yeah.
Then I get the tickets finally, right? I'm like, I've been pushing this off. No, I'm not doing it. We don't have the money right now. And I'm like, fuck it, all right, I'm buying these fucking tickets. They're 100 each. Maggie has the balls to say to me, she's like, do you want to take her? I'm like, do I want to do it? Do I want to fucking take her to Lando? You know who the fuck Lando Ray is? You know what I mean? Like, no. Oh, do I want to go to Fenway? It's going to be 98 degrees.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't.
When is it?
Thursday night, the hottest night of the week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
so
know what me and Tommy are doing?
So
you
we
know what me and
couldn't
Tommy are doing?
We couldn't do Thursday anyway.
Oh. No, I can still do it.
Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna
not
be here.
going. You're not
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
I'm not doing shit.
Mag's going.
Me and Tommy actually, I forgot, we have plans now. Me and Tommy are going to the Border Cafe and then we're going to the movies.
Hell
yeah.
I'm like, let's fucking go. Right here, let's go. Oh, by the way, I'll tell that story in the Patreon.
Did I tell you my obstructed view story with my father at
No.
Fenway? I haven't said this?
I don't think so.
So me and my father were at the bar, and they announced when they were retiring Pedro's number. My father loved Pedro more than his own fucking kids. I'm not gonna lie to you. And he's like, "We're going to that game." And like at the time, my father just got an iPhone, and I was like, "You can buy tickets right now." Like I'm leading him to
Nudge
the
it,
water.
nudge him,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was like, "I can buy tickets right now from my phone." I'm like, "Yeah, Dad. The world's a wild place." So he's like, "Just get them." So I'm like, "Me and you?" I'm like, "Boys trip." He's like, yeah. I'm like, hell yeah. And then he goes, actually, grab 6 tickets so we can invite your sisters and your brothers-in-laws. I'm like, gay, but whatever. So grab 6 tickets.
Fuck these people.
Yeah, I grabbed 6 tickets. I'm like, what do you want to spread? He's like, just get them. We'll worry about the money later. We'll throw it on the credit card. Okay, Dad. So I'm looking. I'm like, I don't want the. I'm like, and also, I got to let you know on this. My father doesn't do heights. Hates heights. Gets blackout drunk before a plane ride. Like, just can't handle it. So I'm like, all right, Dad, we're in like the lowest section. We're covered in case it rains. He's like, perfect. I buy the tickets. We go to, I think, Copperfields beforehand. That was still there. We go in the stadium.
Copperfield's ruled, by the way.
Big fucking beam directly in front of my father's seat. Like, I could still do this, no problem. I'm 24 years old or whatever I was. He's like, what the fuck is it? Screaming at the top of his lungs. And I'll also never forget this because we were playing the White Sox and Jeff Samaja, shout out Notre Dame fucking wide receiver, was pitching for the White Sox that day. So I was like, Jeff, like I was screaming at him. My father's like, fuck this. And I'm like, all right, now, at the time, my sister, Nikki, she's sober now, but she was drinking. So she's like, let's go to the 406 Club. I know someone that I work with. They bots in there.
I want to get fucked up.
We can get in there. So my father's like, fine, we'll go to the 406 Club. Well, the 406 Club's higher. So we get to the 406 Club. He looks over the fucking banister.
He's like, I'm going back.
Loser. He's like, no. Like, he had vertigo. Like, he just couldn't stand up. So he's like, I'm out of here. Find me later. And I'm like, where are you going? I don't know. I can't do this anymore.
Back to my seat that I can't see
No,
from.
he leaves, right? We call him. He's not answering. So I go out to get a beer. It's like the second or third inning. I happen to look over. He's on Yawkey Way watching the ceremony on a TV.
I like it.
I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? He's like, don't even look at me. Like, he was just so fucking disappointed in
Fuck
his
them
son.
kids.
He's like, in the heir to my throne, keeping the namesake, and you screwed me.
You know who you won't be disappointed in? Bella's Roast Beef.
Oh, that's right. You want to know why? Because they're at 1211 Osgood Street, North Andover, Massachusetts. Harry, Sandra, bringing you heat every single day except for Sundays. But that's why we're here to talk about it, so we can keep the name going throughout the week. They're killing it. They're crushing it. They always do the right thing. Roast beef, top of the game. Steak tips, top of the game. I always talk about their tap water because that's probably at the top of the game. Bathrooms are pristine, Fitz. Am I right? Unbelievable.
Cleanest bathrooms.
Like my man Paulie Walnut said, you can eat maple walnut ice cream off the fucking floors.
Try the professor.
Oh, the professor. It's as big as Everett.
Mohan took it down in what, 11 minutes?
Something like that,
Mohan's
yeah.
a man.
Yep.
By the way, shout out Mohan tagging us in that picture.
Absolutely.
That's some fucking hippie festival.
Yeah. But bellasna.com does not stand for Narcotics Anonymous. Check out their menu. Give them a shout. Tell them that we sent you.
All right, I'm gonna rip 2 more off real quick. Misguided Spirits on guys. By the way, you following fucking James's. By the way,
James.
don't just follow Misguided Spirits on Instagram. Follow
Pope of Party.
Pope of Party. This motherfucker, producer. You want somebody to give a hard time to?
Dude,
He
potties.
Like, listen. Talk about a fucking legend. Talk about an absolute legend. All right, one of the best of all time,
His story is fucking wild all the time.
dude. He's the best.
Every day.
So we're gonna go down to New York and do a live podcast with us sometime this summer.
Here.
Chris McDonald is going to be on the show. I'm making that happen. All right, McD, you hear that?
That's your buddy from Vermont?
That's my buddy from he's
Jersey
from Long
or-
Island,
yeah.
Melville,
Long
Long
Island.
Island.
Long
all right?
Island.
Listen, this kid's one of the best. Misguidedspirits.com. Listen, they have. I just gave out a bunch of their booze.
Hanky Dink.
Hanky Dink, the Crooked Vodka, Crooked Stick. I get in texts all the time. Dude, this stuff is so fucking smooth. It's so fucking good.
It's delicious.
It's the best. They got it at Ball Square Fine Wines, right? They got it at Malden Fine Wines. They got it at a bunch of other places around here now. I said this last week, but I didn't do it. I'm gonna get a full list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write it up.
I'm actually out of vodka. I need some vodka.
Well, it's too bad because I already drank it all. No, I haven't for you. That ball is uncorked.
I can see.
Anyways, go see them. Tedco, listen. Get in bed with Ted. All right? Talk about Teddy. I'll tell you right now. My work goes through ups and downs. I've talked about this. Sometimes it drives me fucking nuts, right? Right now, I'm getting back on the upslope. I'll tell you right now, when I get some fucking shekels together, I'm getting my fucking kitchen redone by Teddy. All right? I'm making this fucking happen. All right? Getting me with Ted. Unfortunately, as Tesco said to me today, because Maggie's sister got her kitchen all redone, and she's like, "Why can't we get our kitchen redone?" And I go, "We got a basement done last year," and I go, "You are going to the University of South Carolina, so Tile's not cheap. And neither is books. Tedco, TedcoCM.com. All right, listen.
Ted came to my house, gave me a free estimate,
Yep.
took notes. Like Bob C said, he's a fucking gentleman.
Yeah.
He came there, he took notes, listened to everything that we wanted. He had my free estimate done. Then he contacted the town to get the schematics of everything that was done previously. Something that usually a homeowner has to do.
Sure.
He took care of it. Now I'm trying to figure out if the foundation of my garage is strong enough to go up a second story.
Yep.
Who do you think's taking care of it?
Teddy.
Not me. I'm not dialing the phone.
No.
Ted's taking care of it.
Yep.
It's
So that's
awesome.
your guy. We're going to talk to him, get in bed with Ted. 617-996-6827. He's the man. I'll tell you right now, I'm talking to him offline about maybe documenting something that he's doing so we can kind of share pictures and stuff like that with everybody so they know what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teddy's great. Teddy's great. So we got voicemails, right?
Sweet.
Let's do those. First of all, this is brought to you by Jumptown's Test Kitchen. Now, hold on here.
Jumptown's
Test
jump
Kitchen.
line.
I mean, everybody knows our guy, right? They know about Jumptown. Jumptown, at Adam_Jumptown on Instagram, right? 978-878-1907. Facebook.com/Jumptown's Test Kitchen. All right, now listen. You already know because you heard the last episode. This guy's fucking killing it. He's the man. Will he talk to you about UFOs? Maybe. The Anunnaki? Probably.
Oh, he loves the Anunnaki.
Will he drop the best sausage, smash burgers, dogs, whatever you need him to make, pasta salad,
Facts.
macaroni? He's the best. He's the fucking best in the business. He's introducing the line this week. Here you go. He dropped 3 on me and asked me to choose.
Yo, it's man Adam Jumptown, and you've reached the jump line on Pulling the Cork podcast. Leave us a message and let us know what you think. Yeah.
Fucking love it.
Hell yeah.
Fucking
He's the
love
best.
it. Love it. Love it. All right. I got to remember how these goes. I loaded them up incorrectly. Should we start with Panuzzo or do we start with Billy? Both of them seem like work to me right now. By the way, I told you.
Stock.
Get on that list.
Yeah.
I just listened to the fucking podcast, listening to everybody call the unicorn a diva. He walked off stage. Hold the fucking phone. Rewind and watch the footage. I only turned around and fake walked away once you blew it for like the 6th time on the song that you wrote and
Oh,
fucked
man.
up. Ahern.
He's going in.
Ahern. A-hole. Dan Bob I turned around. Dan Bob took the stage over. I was like, here we go. Thank God for him. He saved the fucking day. But don't come at me like I'm a diva, bro. I tried to get with you to practice the song. I tried to get with you
time.
about what time. Nothing. Just a bunch of hungover verbal diarrhea. You get your fucking life in order, okay? Before you start using the word diva. Diva? How about fucking do your job, bro? Do your fucking job. I'm just kidding. I love you. Shit happens. I get it. We've all been hungover. It went off without a hitch. Dan Bob saved the day, but I was coming back to the stage. Watch the footage, okay? Before you put your foot in your mouth, you fucking dickhead.
Ooh,
love you so
boy.
much.
Now
Especially
listen.
Fitzmaurice
Listen.
and Danny Gillis.
Here's-
Fuck you, Jumptown.
Here's
You knew that was happening.
here's the unicorn's one problem. This is Kevin Mara says this is my problem. Ahern, you're a fence sitter. He's like, you sit on the fence, but you never commit to like a real fucking thing. So here you go. Here you go.
All right, I didn't know there was a timer.
Oh shit! Hold on. I don't want to listen to that yet. Hold on.
All right, in all seriousness, let's move past the fucking debacle of the North Shore Beef song, whatever. It's in the past. One of my favorite parts of the day was noticing Gillis and being like, I'm going to shoot a review for this whole event, and I got to get Danny Gillis's fucking gravel voice. And as I come up to him, right, he's bragging about how he's got the best arm there. He's the fucking best arm here. I love this kid so much. One of the greatest things to come out of fucking Malden ever. All right, I love you guys.
That was true. I was like, I have the
you
best.
see what that
album.
was though? That was like maybe I went too far on that. I got to come back and like ingratiate myself again. Listen, I'm still a Billy guy. Everybody knows that. Kind of. Still kind of a Billy guy. You know what I mean?
He's in the ledger though.
He's made his way.
Purgatory?
No, I'm going to tell you right now. He's in there in pencil.
Yeah, it could be erased.
It could be erased. Yeah.
I'd erase it. I'm a Billy guy.
I'm with Fitz.
I don't like that he called Brendan an
A-hole.
a-hole and a dickhead.
Yes.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm a big Brendan guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, we're the squad.
nobody's
Wait,
a bigger Brendan guy than me.
Than you.
I'm the biggest Brendan guy there is. No, I love Billy. He knows I'm fucking around with him. But I will say this. I will blame the alcohol. I will blame the 3 days in Vermont. I also blame, me and Ferg talked about this. I'm going to say it right now. Ferg was like, what was he doing? He started riffing. Now, should we have got together and practiced one song? Like, he lives, you need a passport to get there, as
Yeah.
Danny said. This is
Different
Gloucester.
currency. Different
Yeah.
currency.
I got a lot going on. I got kids graduating from fucking high school. I got fucking sports I'm coaching.
Spring sports.
Trying to jerk off once in a while. Like, I got a lot of
Busy.
things I'm trying to fit into my schedule. You know what I mean?
Busy.
There'll
busy.
there'll be a redeem. I see it happening.
There'll be
Writers-
a redemption. We're gonna come. Listen, peace has been made. I'm saying it right now. You guys just saw it. See what I just did? I
Yeah.
erased it from the ledger.
Hell yeah.
I've taken it out of the ledger.
Billy's
Billy's
back on the
back
team.
in good standing. By the way, he's
What is
taking.
that?
What? What is that?
What is that?
What is that?
What is that, dude? I don't think that was here. Like,
It's like a fur ball.
well, get it out there. All right, listen. This is fucking weird
Still
shit
here, by
going
the
on
way.
here. Blow it out there, would you?
It's stuck. It's there for good.
Fancy, get it out there. By the way, we got
Just
like some
hanging on.
shrapnel sitting in here. All right. Here we go. Now this is good. I haven't even listened to this. I know it's coming right from my fucking throat. Now, I would say this right now. When me and Panuzzo were playing golf, I'm like, dude, I'll log everything in my. I just want him to start looking at me. Stop looking at me so disappointed. And I'm like, I'll log everything in my fitness pal, or I'll come to California and run a half marathon. He's like, I don't want to run a half marathon. I'm like, well, stop fucking looking at me like that. So I'm like, anyways, as I said, you can't log cocaine and ketamine into the app. So I've had problems with that. Now, in reality, as I said, I'm going to party harder. I'm going 90 days. I'm going P90X. It starts tomorrow. Fact. It's happening. It is what it is. Unless I decide not to.
Listening to everybody called
What is this?
Danny.
Dude, did producers disappear?
All right, and I just listened.
It's all Billy all the
Back.
time.
What I wanted to finish with.
No, that's not. Hold on.
The unicorn and
Fucking Billy. I think I can play through this. Hold on one second. Hold on.
Billy's
Tight.
everywhere.
Yeah, listen, while I figure this out, Danny, you guys talk about amongst yourselves for 2 seconds.
We just want to hear Panuzzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on it. By the way, it looked like I purposely did this.
So I had 3 good days of eating.
Yep.
And you know who was the first person to comment on all my posts?
Brian.
Brian, every single time. And he did the stock rising thing.
The meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like,
See, I know
Not the meme, but you know what I mean.
he goes, I'm not crying, you're crying.
Listen, Panuzzo's game is he wants the best for us.
He does.
He really wants the best for
Yeah.
us. He's a great guy. He's doing this, doesn't charge us anything. But
The
sometimes,
positive feedback goes a long way, too.
well, here's the thing. Sometimes he's negative with me,
Yeah.
and I don't react well to negativity.
Well, it's not your fault, Brendan.
Yeah, exactly. I don't react
It's
well.
not your fault.
I know, exactly.
Sean, not you. Don't do it to me, Sean. Brendan starts crying.
See that
in his
picture of that
eyes.
little fucking guy in that boat?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, boys, what's going on? It's the PTC's favorite life coach, Panuz here. I just want to say
News.
huge shout out to the entire Pulling the Cork community. You guys have a phenomenal listener base. Appreciate all the one-on-one conversations I've been having.
Look at this.
You guys are amazing. You know what's not amazing? The 3 of your personal choices since I was on the show. It's like all 3 of you waited to drop tons of alcohol and shitty food content. When I say shitty food, it looks amazing, boys. It's just not really super healthy, and you're just like trying to trigger me here. So I appreciate you doing that. It's like I start following this Boston Baked Beans IG account, fucking French toast sticks. Sissy. I mean, are we kidding here? Can we at least just get a proper bagel sandwich? Bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup.
There we
Salt,
go.
pepper,
Your Taylor
ketchup.
ham, egg, and cheese, or at least a decent bagel, boys. Not one fucking falafel post on your IG, by the way.
That was hilarious.
I appreciate the amazing accommodations at the Encore. Thank you very
See?
much for that. Next trip, I would love to make a special request. I'd love some doobie wings. My man
Ooh,
Junktown Burger.
we can do this.
While Joey Boats freestyles in the background instead
can
of
make this
Rudy
happen.
screaming like he has Tourette's. Love you, Rudy, but let's keep it quiet next time. And Danny, listen, I gotta you know, in the spirit of being a life coach here, we're talking about getting 1% better every day. And I realized that my desk chair, my going to the electric chair, food choices, meal choice, needs to get about 1,657% better. Jesus Christ, what the hell was I thinking? I really wish I had a heads up on that. I would have prepared a little bit better, but I was several drinks deep. Chicken parm, not bad. Pasta, angel hair, what are we fucking kidding? So here we go. I put a little bit of thought into it, and here it is. Any legit New Jersey bagel toasted with cream cheese, a bacon, egg, and cheese on a toasted roll, salt, pepper, ketchup. We're going to keep the chicken parm. It's going to be from GP's in Guttenberg, New Jersey. It can be from a couple other very, very legit places, though. Filet on toast from Bobby Van's in Midtown, New York City. The chicken parm there also works, too, big time. We're going to go lobster tail from Raspoli's Bakery in Richfield, New Jersey. A lobster tail, think like a croissant.
It's so good.
Pastry with cream filling, but it's like a really crunchy, flaky croissant. It's fucking outstanding. Crumb cake from B&W Bakery in Hackensack, New Jersey, but just the crumb on top. Don't waste time with the cake. Remember, guys, specific goals. Just started to get into the barbecue podcast. Really appreciate you dropping that one right after me, too. Brendan, great to see that you're consuming some calories again. Had a little tuna today. Nice work. You know what MyFitnessPal doesn't know that you had was that Truly Seltzer that you're...
That's a shame you're cut off. Hold on a
The
second.
world
Hold
works
on.
in mysterious ways, Brian.
He does come back here. I gotta say this. I'm back in on Panuzzo. I was out a little bit. I'm back in
Was
on
he
him.
was he in the pencil too?
No, Panuzzo never gets to the pencil. He can't get penciled into the ledger.
He's already in the ledger for taking that kid to golf after you got him the hotel room.
Oh, that's right.
I forgot about that. But that's like a different chapter. Like, are we talking the real ledger? Like the
I mean, I don't write the thing.
Well,
I just know when you
We
tell
just
me
know where to
someone
find it
made
in
you're like
Barnes and Noble.
Sam Wise or whatever the guy's name is
Yeah.
from like that's like
Lord
the
of the
ledger.
Rings?
Yeah, it's Fonz who carries around the ledger. By the way, Fonz is doing great. I gotta say this. He is, if I'm doing my timing right, he's maybe September 15th because he has to hit a certain weight to get a return to the mic on the show. He'll be back in September if things work out.
Really?
Yeah, he's doing great. He's crushing it. Since Panuzzo met with him and gave him a little life coaching. By the way, people react differently. You know what I mean? Panuzzo gave me some life coaching. I'm like, sweet.
See you again in another 3 years.
I'm going to Taco Bell for breakfast with Danny.
All right, I didn't know there was a timer. Panuz is back. What I wanted to finish with is, Brendan, listen, you know it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I did tell you were a bad person up in Vermont, but that's only part of my plan to get you to start crying when you're naked in the mirror, looking in deep into your soul, trying to figure out what it is you really want with your life and what your personal goals are. Remember, boys, set some goals, attack them viciously. We can be mediocre in life, or we can get the fuck after it. Have a great
Dude,
day. Love
can I
you.
just say this right now?
That's
As
got
I
me
said,
fired up.
though, I'm like hitting my goals here. You know what I mean? Like, we got a lot of listeners that like this podcast, who enjoy listening to us talk every week, right? Who like to live vicariously through our own problems. But I am going to hit it. I'm going to hit it hard here for. I'm going to give. And by the way, not for Panuzzo, because I could give a fuck about him. Actually, I love him. I love Brian. But I gotta lose like 15, 20 pounds. I gotta get ready because I'll tell you why. He was like, picture what you want it to be, like these things, these visualization things that I don't really care about. But this one, I'm like, I'm going to Parents Weekend. You want to be the fat guy at Parents Weekend.
No.
I want to be the fucking hot shit guy. You know what I mean? Throwing 90 verbally, but then also throwing 96 sexually to the other moms. That was brought to you by Jumptown Test Kitchens.
Can you drink when you're doing P90X?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna fuck. I'm not stopping drinking.
Okay.
All right, listen. This is my thing about the whole thing. Panuzzo will do these videos where he's like, if you want to get this, you gotta. I don't ever want to be ripped. I just don't have a desire to be ripped. I don't. Like, I don't feel like I'd like to lose some more weight. I definitely need to lose a few pounds again. Now, what I'm gonna say this: when I have people in this garage, or when I go see you guys, we go to, like, let's say we go see Genty play, right? That fills my cup so much, right? That, like, experience of hanging out with my friends. And as I said, you can be like, oh, well, you don't have to drink to do that. Go water ski on pavement. It doesn't work, right? Like, this is just what it is. So I'm not gonna, I gotta cut it down a little bit, but like, I'm just going, I gotta get the workouts going again. I've been walking. I've been doing that. I've been eating pretty good during the week, but I've been kind of a shithead on the weekends, obviously.
Same.
And I gotta eliminate that because that is. I will say this one thing for Brian's right. Whenever I've gone on like a really good run and like started doing things well, I just string a weekend or two together, and I'm like, oh, well, that's the fucking difference. It's like you're eating like a douchebag from fucking dude. I tell you right now, that's the difference maker, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Will we do it? Stay tuned to the next episode to find
Yeah,
out.
we'll see.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
go.
With me and Fitzy just eating falafels. That was the best when you were like, I was making falafels, but it was like, didn't see that coming.
Didn't see one falafel on your Instagram account.
There was. He didn't dig deep enough.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a lot of beef since then.
Yeah, it's been a lot of beefs. All right, so we got all the sponsors out, I think,
Yep.
right? Correct?
Yep.
By the way, I have to say this. Brian gave his thing out on his number out of the Patreon. So all right,
So
you
if
want to
you-
you want to attract some Patreon members?
No shit.
The last episode when Brian was on before the barbecue draft, Brian gave his number out, his personal cell phone number. If you have any questions with any of that stuff, you can text him. Mark Fitz texted him, right?
Yeah.
I think a bunch of people
couple
did.
other guys did too.
Yeah. People loved that episode, by the way. Joey Bolts was all in on it.
Yeah.
So I think when Panuzzo
I
comes
saw
back,
Joey and Joey said
when
he
Brian
was,
comes back, we get Joey here to do some rapping too.
absolutely, yeah.
Joey, always welcome lifetime member, obviously. But people have been texting him, so if you want his number, you got to join the Patreon.
Panuzzo is like a fucking
Legit. You can
legit
look him up.
In it's so he gave that out to the Patreon people.
Yeah.
That costs a lot of money to get in touch with this dude.
Dude.
Just to have this guy
listen,
answer your text and be like, "Hey, good to hear from you. If you have any issues, let me know what your goals are."
Yeah.
He charges.
Yeah.
He's talking about charging for fucking
Some dough.
Stripping?
yeah, for stripping.
Yeah. I hope everybody knows this, that my fucking running my mouth at him is, we got a little shtick going. You know what I mean?
He's a serious
Listen,
guy.
he's a serious motherfucker,
Yeah.
all right? And listen, he's more serious than us, but that goes a long way. Listen, he'll help you out probably and give you some ideas.
Absolutely.
But this guy's charging thousands of dollars a month to people,
A lot,
because he's
yeah.
got these Wall Street dickheads,
Yeah.
who just got money coming out of their dicks. You know what I mean?
That'll be us soon.
The funny thing is, he always posts
Throwaway
if
money.
you treated your work or your diet like you do your work, you'd kill it. And I'm like, well, I kind of treat my work like half-assed.
Schedule like
I'm just
Fridays.
kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, light Fridays. You know what I mean? Heavy work. By the way, how's the gym been? You've been at the gym, right?
I have. This week, last week was a little slow. I had a lot of shit going on, but
Yeah.
I'll be back at it tomorrow.
I love it.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like just lifting?
Yeah, I've never once stepped on a treadmill.
Yeah.
Ever.
No, you don't need to.
Like or an elliptical. Like,
don't need to.
I'm not in it to run any marathons.
Yeah.
I remember when I was really heavy in the gym right out of high school, or in high school, I was so self-conscious because I was always small of how much weight I could actually do.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a fucking difference, dude. Eventually you're gonna get bigger. You might fucking start off with the bar. And then you're gonna eventually get up to 225,
dude,
just like that.
Listen, the one time I did a full round of P90X, I've told the story before, but when I started, I was the heaviest I had been. I was like 239 or 240, something like that. And I was like, I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it. I couldn't do a push-up, dude, when I started. I was too fat and too out of shape. So I would just do knee push-ups. And then by the end, I was doing pull-ups 90 days later. And I was I looked probably the best I had looked because I wasn't skinny fat. When I just would do these weight loss contests and just fucking lose as much weight as I could. It was I was fucking working out every day.
You had
do
muscle.
some- Yeah, I had some.
Yeah.
I was 10 years ago. You know what I
I
mean?
think the best.
I'm gonna be there again.
Not that I'm giving fucking.
Chase your fucking goals.
Not that I'm giving gym advice, but you know the assisted pull-up machine?
Yeah.
So I love that because I was fucking always terrible at pull-ups. I'm still terrible at it.
Yeah.
But now that I got back into it, I'm going up there, and I think that machine shows how much stronger you are when you start taking weight off.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's forget benching, forget squatting,
Yeah.
all that. For me personally, when I can actually go and actually do a fucking full 10 of by my own weight,
Yeah.
that's the biggest sigh of relief.
Hey, listen, the whole thing is this. The whole thing is whatever. Now the producers listeners the whole thing is this. Look at this fucking fat fuck telling me what the whole thing is, right? But I'm saying from experience before.
He already shut it off.
Yeah. you
Once his
understand that.
voicemails were played, he was
Done.
like, fuck
Yeah,
this
he's like, I'm fucking
voicemail.
done. Dude, when you do the P90X thing, they give you you have the bar, right? The pull-up bar that you hang on the doorway. And at the beginning, you start with a chair, right? Because you can't do a pull-up, right? So by the end, dude, I could do 2 pull-ups. I was like, fuck yes,
Yeah,
right?
it's a good feeling.
Now, it was a great feeling. It was Easter, right? I was looking at the best I ever looked. Nate comes in and Nate goes, I haven't done one of these in years.
40.
Just rips off like 23. Dead hang. I'm like, you fucking dickhead. Anyways, like that burp mix in
That was
there.
nice. Yeah, right in my face.
Hey,
It was
listen, this is
great.
before the
You know
top
who
of
hates the
storm.
burps?
Who?
John Bowman.
John Bowman, nice pop for us this week, by the way, on his Instagram with
Yeah.
the cooking some food there.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Yeah. I didn't mean to do it, John. I apologize. I love it.
That honestly snuck up on you.
We're working.
That
Yeah,
was
it
mid-
does. It was fucking.
I was talking
it-
about
mid
word.
talking.
I was
We're
talking
working.
about working out.
We have goals, and burping on Mike is one of them.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. This was a fun episode.
It was.
I like, every time, once in a while, you need an open gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you need an open gym. It doesn't draw as much of the voicemail action because people don't know what to say. But we'll figure out when the next show is.
We had a couple. That was good.
Oh, we had four
Yeah.
great ones.
Yeah.
They were from two people who hate my guts right now. Billy and I love Billy. And I love Brian. Everybody knows that. So we got.
I do have to. I'm sorry. Thursday night, I had this past Thursday, I hosted an event for a very,
the comedy event.
very, very good friend of mine, Mike DeBlasi.
Sober living thing.
He runs a nonprofit. There was a bunch of people there that I knew from. So it was funny. So a bunch of people I knew there from outside, and they're like, "Oh, I heard you were doing this because they had a big TV and the show. It was awesome. He had my picture. He had our logo on there. One of the co-hosts of Pulling the Cork podcast or whatever. And then they had the hypnotist guy there, Frank Santos. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He makes it comedy, and I never seen his show before, so I didn't know how it worked. But he knows if you hypnotize or not. He starts out with 20 people, they ends up with 2.
Yeah.
Because there's a levels to the hypnosis shit, but neither here or there. So I'm sitting there, and there had to have been. It was by the way, getting to Winthrop can fuck right off.
Yeah, it's
I
hard.
had to drive through East Boston at 5 o'clock. It was terrible.
Clocky's gonna go, son.
I know. I almost texted him because I was driving by Milano's and I was like,
We are overdue for Clocky, by the way.
We are.
Go ahead. finish.
Way overdue.
But I get there. It was at the it doesn't matter, Cottage Yacht Club or something like that. Beautiful place, beautiful venue, and it's a sober event. I have a lot of people in recovery. I lost a lot of friends to the shit. It sucks, but I was sitting there, had dynamite food. It was catered from. I forget who it was catered from, and I'm just shooting the shit. And Mike looks over at me, and goes, "You don't have to do this, And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "The bar is available." And I was like, no, I'm fine. He was like, you're making me uncomfortable. He's like, can you just please go get a beer? And I was like, yeah, I can. And so I looked and I was like, I don't want to be the only guy here drinking. He was like, you see that lady right there? He goes, it's my future mother-in-law. She's about 3 deep right now. And I was like, all right. And honestly, I was like, all right, cool. He was like, we're going to have to be around drinking our entire lives. Dude.
Yeah.
They have a whole outlook on it, dude. Great people in there. The raffles that they had, fucking outstanding.
Nice.
It was good. Good turnout.
Yeah, and you ran it, right?
I was the host. Yeah, I did 15 minutes of comedy. I'll be honest with you, probably not my best work. It was it's hard to go in front of sober
Dude,
people.
yeah. You know what? It's a hard.
But I hosted it. I did the all the raffles. I
like that they put Danny Gillis from Pulling the Cork podcast.
That's what I'm
Let's
saying.
fucking go.
Yeah.
Love it.
I introduced them to. I introduced there's 2 other people, Andrew and I want to say Alyssa Rowe. They weren't there. They had something else to do, but. They started this a couple years ago. It's going very, very well. Mike has his own sober house in Lynn. There was, like I said, there was a bunch of recovery programs there. Matt Gams was there. Aftermath. Rockland Recovery was there.
Awesome. Oh, by the way, shout out real quick to Festa, who's part of the Be a Man crew.
Yeah.
He tagged us on his Instagram today.
Oh, did he?
You see that?
Nice. No, I
Hey,
didn't
it's
see
a
it.
sticker on his fucking koozie and tagged us.
Oh,
on
I
it.
did see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Did you repost it to the story?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I saw it. Yep. Real quick, speaking of Clocky calls me yesterday. He's having a barbecue, right? So he's sitting there.
Son.
He goes, son, Fitzy. So we went to see Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie, right? So it's about the girl Riley, who's my daughter, your daughter,
yeah.
right? So that hits home. Then she plays hockey, and it's all about their feelings as they're growing up in their head. Fucking great movie. I didn't cry. I swear to God. Anyways, so I'm walking around Jordan's furniture afterwards. Clocky calls me. Son, I'm cooking outside. The first lady yells to the neighbors and says, hey, why don't you guys come over? We're swimming in the pool. We're having barbecue. Come on over. Neighbors come over. Hey, you want a hot dog? You want a burger? Oh, no, we're vegetarians. First lady sends me to fucking Stop and Shop to get Impossible Burgers and veggie dogs. I was like, Clocky,
Imagine being the
sad.
cat.
it's Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, we get
Ian,
shafted.
No one cares.
No one
No,
cares
no
about
one
it.
cares.
It's a regular Sunday, Fitz.
They're like, Father's Day weekend, dance recital. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Flag tournament in
You're
the middle of the
joking,
sun.
right?
Yeah.
I just want a couch nap.
Yeah.
Joey, boats.
Yeah.
So he's like, now I'm on a mission to go to Stop and Shop to get the fucking Impossible Burgers. And I'm like, dude, this is our weekend, brother. And he's like, yeah, what can we do?
Yeah.
They're in charge, son.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you right
Can you
now, I
imagine
want to
seeing-
make a documentary of Panuzzo spending like a week with Clocky. I think it would be the best
It
thing of
would
all
be-
time because
dude, it
Panuzzo
would
would
be
like,
gold.
so, like, dude, do you like, I mean, you could sub that out for, and Clocky would be like,
Yeah,
"Son,
that ain't happening."
Fuck off, son. Like, have a fucking snack, you know? Like,
Do you think Clocky went up to the cashier with the Impossible stuff and was like, "These ain't for me"? Just so you know.
100%.
I think
These-
they knew when they fucking saw him coming. ZZ Top beard,
fucking
just like
scally cap, tattoos
The
everywhere. He's like,
16-year-old at fucking Star Market was like, you serious, bro?
Dude, there's never been
going for a
anybody-
change.
There's never been. I don't think there's a single person in the world who brings a bigger fucking ear to ear smile to my face than that kid.
Yeah,
he is.
the
He
best.
throws. So we gotta have him on. So we last year we did it at 4th of July.
Oh, we did?
Well, because you were on.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
before you were on full time.
Oh, yeah, it was.
And I got
Yep.
all the burgers from Modern.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So let's do that again.
Okay,
So we gotta
yeah.
figure out a day whenever we could do it.
Yep.
I feel like Maggie was out of town that weekend too. It was like unbelievable. We got fuckers. It's great. Yeah.
Shamrock Entertainment came
yeah,
by.
yeah, exactly. Shamrock Entertainment. You know.
They must like have my number saved because how many times we've used them services before. Just kidding, everybody.
In here, yeah, of course, yeah. Prefer guys, myself, but all right. Anyways, we had a great episode. That was fun,
Yes, sir.
right? Stay tuned for the Patreon. And
I do have a very funny story for the Patreon. So
I have
listen,
a great one too, by the way, and
Yeah.
it could definitely cannot be said on the regular show. All right, listen, we love you. Bye, peace.